I can't believe you actually got me to wear a shirt. This is the smartest I've been all year.
Dude, it's the Game Awards. We've got to make an effort, right? I mean,
Yes.
Look at me. I got this snazzy, kind of Christmassy red
looking good.
top going on here.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. What are you wearing?
Wow. It's a game show, I think, that we're doing.
Yeah, Pastor Jamie over here.
Can I buy a used car from you?
Hey guys, welcome to All Time Gaming. I'm Chris.
I'm Jamie. And I'm Alex, and welcome to the All Time Gaming Awards 2018, the most formal event in the All Time Gaming calendar that nearly everyone understood the dress code for.
Almost.
You told me to dress up. This is dressing up. No, it's not a wedding. Look at this suit.
I feel like you're going to sell me encyclopedias.
I feel like John Cena.
Definitely not.
Look at the neck, look at the definition. Tonight we'll take a look at everything the year in gaming had to offer, with 100% fewer vaping ads than the nearest competitor.
Yes, we'll also be rewarding developers and gamers alike for their successes across the last 12 months, as they all compete to take home the coveted ATG Award 2018 trophy. I mean, look at this son of a bitch.
It's real plastic.
Touch him, and look at a bum. But guys, before we start dishing out the trophies, let's take a stroll down memory lane and head all the way back to the magical time of January.
One of our highlights of the month was the release of Celeste on almost every platform known to man. Its gorgeous pixel art graphics and punishing platforming charmed us all, which brings us nicely onto the first category of the show for the best indie game, as voted for by you, the audience.
Lovely.
We put forward the names of our favourite indie games of the year, stuck them all in a poll, and let you guys decide the winner. Would it be the slick, stylish mayhem of Dead Cells, or the tactical action of Into the Breach?
I do love me some Into the Breach. Did you dig down into Return of the Obra Dinn, or were you too busy slashing your way through the Messenger?
There can only be one way to find out. Chris, will you do me the honours and hand me the envelope?
I've got it in my arsehole.
Where all good envelopes should be.
Don't smell it.
That's an authentic envelope sound right there. And the winner of the Best Indie Game 2018 as voted for by the Autumn Gaming audience is... Drum roll. Other please specify.
Other please specify.
Like other colon please specify.
Oh, so like one of the poll options was other please specify. Did you even bother to look at like what the other specifications were?
I don't remember.
Well, okay, fuck it.
Brilliant.
Okay, Dead Cells, you win. Congratulations. Here's your fucking
What about
award.
the envelope?
Fuck it. You know
The
what?
envelope.
Fuck the envelopes. All right, we're just going to choose the winners from here on out. You can take.
Took me ages to make that poll. Professional. Right, so that brings us nicely into February, which was a predictably quiet month in the world of gaming.
Yes, and when the games start to dry up, guys, things get tricky for the gaming journalists of the world. I mean, what are they going to do?
They've got nothing to write about anymore. I mean, going a month without having a video game protagonist to lambast for being white is no easy task for the fine folks at Polygon or Kotaku, so we thought we'd take a moment to recognise the best pieces of online games journalism that 2018 had to offer. Back in July, Kotaku contributor Cecilia D'Anastasio bravely raised her voice to highlight the culture of sexism within Riot Games, creators of League of Legends.
And of course, Jason Schreier boldly pulled back the curtain on the excruciating working conditions felt by Rockstar employees during the development of Red Dead 2.
Worth it.
Worth it?
Worth it. But ultimately, one piece of journalism stood out from the crowd this year, as Kotaku's Luke Plunkett found the courage to put pen to paper and remind us all that we were wrong about Mario's nipples. Well done, Luke. Someone had to say it. Someone had to say it. It's work like this that makes the games industry a better place, and for that, we have to award Luke for his bravery, his insight, and his love of the male form. He's probably enjoying this video then. I mean, which way's the beach? That way.
Of course, it wasn't long before March rolled in, and with it came a slew of exciting new titles. Sea of Thieves set sail on the salty Xbox seas and had everyone asking what it would take for Microsoft to make a good first-party game.
We still don't know. No. Meanwhile, over on Planet EA, the unique co-op experience of Way Out saw protagonists Vincent and Leo compete for the most racially insensitive nose in video game history. I mean, look at that thing. Wow. All while simultaneously trying to escape from prison. No easy task. No easy task. And that nose served as an important reminder to us all that creating a new character from scratch is no easy feat. So we decided we should take a moment to recognise the best
new character of 2018.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey's Cassandra brought a much-needed sense of humor to Ubisoft's dense open-world experience, while Red Dead 2's Sadie Adler reminded us all that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
I mean, I wouldn't mess with her.
Nah.
Yuri Watanabe proved to be more than just a voice in our ears as she guided Spidey through endless sticky situations,
Hey.
while God of War's Mimir was hands down the best head we received this year.
What?
Well, not like that. Well, actually a little bit like that, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
But look, ultimately there could be only one winner, and the cowboy who, despite sometimes having the coldest of hearts, was the one that really captured our hearts.
The dude with the hat going,
No.
The other cowboy, Chris.
It was Arthur Morgan.
oh, Arthur Morgan.
Crying out
course.
loud.
His willingness to blow people's heads apart with a shotgun contrasted beautifully with his reluctance to fuck one single whore. I mean, come on, Arthur. It reminded us of how morally grey the Old West could be and helped paint a beautiful portrait of a character. But man, oh man, did I really want to fuck that whore.
In the game.
What?
April saw Nintendo try to pull a fast one on the general public by selling us recycled cardboard, while Valve continued to communicate how much they hate making games by buying another company to do it for them, Campo Santo.
Indeed they did. The San Francisco-based studio are of course best known for creating the visual feast that is Firewatch. And what better inspiration could there be than that to acknowledge this year's best looking game?
While God of War and Red Dead Redemption were a reminder that there's no substitute for hard work when it comes to a game's visuals, they also reminded us that thousands of employees, hundreds of millions of dollars, and years of development time go a long way too.
For that reason, it's nice to recognize games with humbler developments that manage to utilize unique art direction and a keen eye for detail in their pursuit of beauty. From the way Octopath Traveler bends the rules of pixel art graphics to Dead Cells' overbearing commitment to pixel-perfect animation.
But ultimately for us, Lucas Pope's mesmerizing Return of the Obra Dinn encapsulated everything a good-looking game should do, and reminded us that there's more to a game's visuals than technical achievements.
Yeah.
It's a love letter to adventure games of a bygone era, channeling the graphical imperfections of the Commodore 1084 and the Z of ZVM, but managing to modernize them by making sure the game's namesake ship was dripping with detail, making us realize that there's more to graphics than the roundness of the wheels in Forza, or say the sweatiness of Triple H's chest, which was particularly sweaty this year, I should add.
I liked it when it started dripping off his nipples.
It would be, he's putting work in. May was a month not without controversy, and spearheading the proceeds as usual was our old friend Cliff Bleszinski. The month saw the closure of the veteran designer's new studio, Bosky Productions, following the flat-out failure of Overwatch clone Lawbreakers and their inability to cash in on the Battle Royale hype with the admittedly fun-looking Radical Heights.
Ultimately though, it was a smart move by good old Cliffy B. I mean, clearly he knew that cancelling Radical Heights before it had technically even come out, guys, would ensure its ineligibility for our worst Game of the Year award. So, smart move there, Clipster. I guess we'll have to find another winner somewhere else.
There are a few other candidates. I mean, The Crew 2 reminded us that under no circumstance should a game ever use followers as a means of progression, while Shaq Fu ended up being Shaq Poo.
That joke was worse than the game.
Smart.
I didn't play it.
Extinction was notable for two things: being a game you hadn't heard of until this very moment, and also being a steaming pile of shit. While Metal Gear Survive saw Konami put down the pachinko balls to make a game somehow less popular in the West than Pro Evolution Soccer.
That stings.
Yeah. But of course, there could be only one winner, the Whispering Warrior himself, the Quiet Man. If you haven't seen this game in action, do yourself a favor and look it up. With acting that would see Tommy Wiseau ask for a second take and haircuts that would make Leon Kennedy blush, The Quiet Man was a top-to-bottom failure of a game. Even the combat, which should have been an easy win for Human Head Studios, was sluggish and unresponsive. I mean, these guys even had the audacity to reuse carbon copy NPCs over and over again throughout the game's pathetic 4-hour runtime. So do yourself a favor and just avoid this absolute shit show.
Get it, Quiet Man? June, of course, saw gamers around the world put down their controllers and turn their eyes towards the Electronic Entertainment Expo, better known as E3, guys.
We were there.
We were there.
And while it was the ESA's 24th year of expoing electronics, it was All Time Gaming's first ever year at the show, and some say YouTube is still feeling the ramifications to this day. 43,000 views across 6 videos in 5 days. I mean, that kind of shit doesn't go unnoticed.
Wow. But beyond making bank, the trip also allowed us to make our first foray into video vlogging.
I think the V in vlogging stands for video, no?
Video vlogging!
Video vlogging!
Video vlogging!
Video vlogging.
We showed you what we were eating, introduced the world to Jonesy's snoring, and modeled some of the coolest shades this side of Milan. But it also gave us a newfound respect for our fellow YouTubers and the grind that they put to stay on top.
So we wanted to recognise their hard work with our next award for the best gaming YouTuber of the year.
It's us, right?
No, it's not. There's other people, and unfortunately, none of the other nominees agreed to let us use their footage, so please enjoy these artistic interpretations. Ali B.
Right guys, stick around in this Fortnite video and I will show you how to unlock Superman.
P-Series.
ATG Game Awards.
Video Game Chunky. The graphics are so good. It's the best game of the year.
Some say it's an honour just to be nominated, but ultimately there can only be one winner. So this year, for his phenomenal understanding of both the YouTube algorithm and the psyche of a 9-year-old, we have to give the award to the Fortnite player extraordinaire, Ali B. Congratulations.
What a worthy winner.
And as we wish commiserations to those who lost out this year, we wish to stress that any similarities between the entirely fictional YouTubers discussed today and their potential real-life counterparts are purely incidental. Now, please enjoy a brief message from our sponsor as we begin preparing a defense with our lawyers.
Oh, sorry, can I have a go in that vape, please?
Oh yeah, sure man.
Thank you.
Is he alright?
Stop! No, he isn't. Vaping makes you 4 times more likely to start smoking and 6 times more likely to get AIDS. Remember, vaping may look cool, taste nice and be affordable, but it's bad for you. So kids, go outside, get some fresh air, and get a real hobby.
Hang on, I thought we said at the beginning that we didn't have any anti-vaping ads in our awards.
Yeah, look, the budget is tight, all right? I mean, fucking Jonesy over here spent the entire briefcase full of that Fallout 76 money on a novelty-sized Toblerone. So we had to improvise somehow. I mean...
That was my retirement money.
I need a vape.
I kind of want to hit 2 now.
As the industry recovered from the E3 crunch, the release schedule dried up in July, and gamers were forced outside to be reacquainted with that orb in the sky, the sun.
It did, however, provide us with some of the strangest video game names the year had to offer, including my personal favourite, Yus. Memories of Cells. I mean, how do you say that word? Yus. There's no vowel. Yus.
Okay, look, of course we sympathize. I mean, after all, writing is hard. So hard that many games straight up failed to deliver that element that so many of us play them for. The story. But what was the worst story of the year?
The Impatience ending left us feeling like we'd been in a mental institute for the best part of our lives, while Assassin's Creed Odyssey's Tale of Two Siblings took such a ridiculous left turn that we can't even be bothered to spoil it for you.
The arrival of We Happy Few's long-awaited story component was more of a downer than the pills the game's characters chomp on, while the Crew 2 not only asked the question, how interesting would it be to follow the life of a social media star as they competed in races around the world, but also dared to answer it. Turns out, not very.
No.
Not at all.
But really, when it comes down to it, guys, no game's narrative shoveled more shit than Metal Gear Survive. I mean, most people who dared to play this game ran for the hills the second they realized it was little more than 12 hours of poking zombies with a stick, right? Like...
Through a fence as well, like...
Oh.
Poke.
And I mean, the madmen who do stick around, like Jamie, because he played it far more than he should have, got something far, far worse. This was the game that had the audacity to use the once sacred codec entries as a vessel for C-grade Lawrence Fishburne impersonator to deliver lines about some kind of time-traveling worm. I mean, it doesn't really make much sense. Once you wrap your head around all of that, you'll see that there's really no need to say anything else about this garbage game. So, let's move on.
Well, while the last award was a little bit depressing, nothing raises a gamer's spirit like the month of August. As John Madden returned to the front line of video games once again, he brought with him a swarm of new titles, particularly indie ones.
Madden bought them.
Yes.
John Madden himself.
John Madden.
We had Dead Cells and Guacamelee 2, but also the first episode of the last season of the once popular Walking Dead games by Telltale. But little did the devs know at the time that they were indeed the actual Walking Dead.
No.
Get it? Because
No, Chris, that's bad.
They lost it. No,
Mean.
That's horrible.
I apologize.
It was a tough time for developers, and that struggle was cleverly highlighted by Chris Bratt over at People Make Games. His video following a newly hired Telltale employee reminded us that while the games industry can be a cruel mistress, video game journalists can have an important role to play in shining a light on its imperfections as well as celebrating its victories. But guys, who was the best games journalist of the year?
A very good question. Danny O'Dwyer's post-GameSpot career continued to impress as No Clip went from strength to strength, taking us behind the scenes at some of the world's biggest studios, shining a light on the hardworking individuals who make the games we so often enjoy.
Yes, but ultimately only one man truly wowed us this year with his pitch-perfect reviews and unrivaled understanding of the Nintendo Switch's potential. It's our main man, Philip Mewson. I mean,
No, Chrissy. He plagiarized almost everything.
everything. It couldn't
Yeah.
be. Okay, but what about the Dead Cells review?
That was yeah,
Plagiarized that one.
Plagiarized.
FIFA 18.
No, that was that one as well.
Bayonetta 2 review had to be...
Stole it. Yeah.
Fine, okay, fine. Even if that's all true, there's one thing, there's no way that he could have plagiarized, okay? Absolutely zero way he could have plagiarized his own LinkedIn resume. Right?
That was that as well.
Fuck's sakes, Philip.
While September did bring a glut of games, it also brought some bad news. Telltale Games weren't the only studio to bite the dust, as Dead Rising 4 devs Capcom Vancouver were also given their marching orders.
Very sad. It was a month filled with disappointment, and this unfortunately serves as the perfect inspiration for one of the tougher awards to give out, the most disappointing game of the year.
I mean, it had to come, right?
At some point.
It's an award show. Shadow of the Tomb Raider saw Lara go out on a bum note, while Sea of Thieves answered the age-old question: what happens if you launch a game without any content whatsoever? And unsurprisingly, the answer is that nobody fucking plays it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
I didn't.
Me either.
Nintendo Labo somehow turned playing with cardboard into a 3-hour-long exercise in patience and precision so you can play some shitty mini-games. While Darksiders 3 left us thinking that THQ Nordic should spend less money acquiring games and more money making them good, am I right?
But in the end, even putting all the controversy to one side for a moment, it's hard to look past Fallout 76.
Ooh.
While we quite enjoyed our time with the title, the latest entry in one of the most beloved RPG franchises going spawned an almost unfathomable amount of hate and vitriol, as fans made sure Bethesda heard their cries loud and clear. Boring questlines soon became the least of Todd Howard's concerns as the saga rolled on to encompass everything from nylon bags to support tickets. We can all agree it was a poor showing from Bethesda, who have their work cut out for them if they hope to claw back whatever love former fans have left to give.
Right guys, October was a month filled to the brim with some of the biggest releases of the entire year. From Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Call of Duty to Forza Horizon 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, the month was jam-packed with AAA goodness, but despite all of this, there's still one subgenre of games that people around the world just can't get enough of, baby.
That's right. It's anime titty games, baby.
Woo!
And what a year for titties it was too. As Steam backed down on their policing of sexual content, and the platform saw its first ever uncensored adult game in the form of negligee love stories.
Ooh.
In fact, we were only halfway through our 4th playthrough when we got the inspiration we needed for our next award, the best game about filling holes.
VR Kanojo took us closer than ever to the girl next door as we sunk hours into the endless pursuit of a smooch, while House Party gave us a far too realistic insight into what lonely game developers think an erect penis looks like.
Hentai Square Puzzle got me all kinds of weird looks on my commute as I swiped my way towards the next gorgeous pair. While Keyhole Spy, lots of girls, had me squinting my way to completion time and time again.
Great.
So,
Love that detail, Chris.
Hell yeah.
And while these are all fantastic games in their own right, there was only one game that left me satisfied as I filled hole after hole after hole.
Wow.
I'm talking about Donut County. Donut County. You know, gently positioning that inviting hole was amongst the hottest things I experienced this year, making Donut County a truly worthy winner. Hot tip, get the mobile version and you can interact with the holes with your finger.
Right, moving quickly onto November now.
Yes, please.
As all eyes turned to Blizzard as they took to the stage to make headlines for all of the wrong reasons.
yes, that's right. BlizzCon 2018 was a PR disaster for the fan-favorite devs, as they closed their keynote speech with the announcement of Diablo Immortal, a mobile game being developed, in all places, China. And it wasn't long before the poor Blizzard employees who ended up having to deliver the news on stage were being painted as the true villains. But who were the real villains of gaming this year? Let's find out as we look at the worst new character this year in gaming.
Let's do it. So Spider-Man's unique take on Doc Ock kept us hooked, but ultimately his third act reveal could have been spotted a mile away, while Metal Gear Survive's Good Luck had the balls to have a name that sounded like it came right out of Hideo Kojima's notebook, but with none of the charm.
Nah, just don't do it. Like, if you're not Kojima, don't do it.
Exactly.
Micah reminded us that no amount of writing or character development can change the fact that he's a stone-cold cunt. While the Quiet Man managed to make a character who never talks more dislikable than a terminal illness.
Ooh, but ultimately, the winner has to be a man so repugnant that if you haven't heard of him by now, you should be prepared to have him seared in your memory from this day forward. Author, visionary, dating coach, pickup artist, second coming of Jesus. It's of course the ludicrously dislikable Richard LaRuina of Super Seducer fame.
I mean, who else?
Super Seducer himself. While there is a slim chance the whole thing is a work of satire, there's still a cancerous level of cringe present in everything that this dude says or does. I mean, just look at this dude. Look at that mug.
I couldn't think of a more worthy winner, Chris.
Well done, LaRuina.
You douche.
Okay guys, it's time to bring back the good vibes as we finally arrive at December. All the games are out, all the news has been spread, and it's time for us to look at the future and hope that 2019 delivers on its great promise.
But before we do that, we of course have to recognise everything developers around the world have achieved this year by dishing out the biggest, most coveted award in our locker. It's the ATG Game of the Year award. For, well, the Game of the Year.
I should hope so. Now, partly because it's tradition and partly because narrowing it down to one would take too fucking long, we're going to pick one game each. So I'll kick things off with my personal Game of the Year. It has to be God of War. I mean, guys, it's the reason that I finally caved in and bought a PlayStation 4. God of War looked good from the outset. Everything it was doing, it was tickling that little, you know.
Itch you had to scratch.
It's just so good. It just felt really crunchy. There's no other way I can describe it. It's crunchy. The previous God of Wars used to have that like really high up camera, and that was cool. But this was nice, closer, intimate. It was a real labor of love, and it showed. And I fucking loved it.
Fair enough.
Good point, well made, Chris. But for as much as I respect your decision, my personal Game of the Year was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Very good.
That was a bit of a foregone conclusion. I mean, when you talk about a game for 4 years like I did, you kind of have to like it. But the good news is I did. I genuinely felt it was the most open, ambitious, dense open world I'd ever had the pleasure of walking around in. And the good news is, it wasn't just that. I loved the story, I loved the characters.
Great story, yeah, great characters.
I shed a tear, Chris, but I was right along for the ride, and that's why it was my Game of the Year. But Jonesy?
Look, both very worthy picks, and you know, I'm all for nostalgia and I enjoy both of those franchises. But for me, there was another nostalgic title that recaptured some of the glory of Spider-Man 2, and that of course was Marvel's Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. It looked fantastic, it played brilliantly, the swinging mechanics were there, the combat was brilliant. I actually felt like I was Spider-Man, and to boot, it had a fantastic story as well. So for me, it was the one and only Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know it's serious when he goes to boot.
Jonesy only pulls out the to boot when he really means it.
I mean, it was a fun game.
All three of them were fun, good games.
What a great year.
All
Yeah,
three
gaming.
worthy winners of the Game of the Year. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below what your Game of the Year was, or if you agree with me, because clearly I'm the one that chose
They
the best
agree
one.
with me because Red
No.
Dead Redemption 2 was
God of War.
the Game of the Year.
God of War.
But look,
And,
we all know it was probably not Spider-Man, but
Right guys, so there you have it. 2018 is a wrap. The awards have all been given out and it's time for us to get the fuck out of here. So thanks again for all of the support you've given us through the past 12 months. We couldn't have done it without you, baby. With any luck, we'll be here again this time next year to dish out yet another round of awards. So see ya.
see you in 2019.
Sayonara.